Draco, and we're back for stage 104, build the Battleship Bismarck, the 11th keel section. Same as all the other keel sections, so I'm not going to narrate much. However, I had a little problem. My camera recorded this in portrait instead of landscape. I fixed it in editing, which is a sign I've watched too many 1A auditor videos, because people who criticize them regularly have to fix that, but that's besides the point. 1A auditors are dumb if you've never heard of them. They're an offshoot of the sovereign citizen movement, and I just enjoy laughing at them. Anyhow, I'll be back after I've got the keel panel installed. To take upper deck section 64-01 and upper deck section 99-01, and then we're going to attach those together with four 2.3 by 6 mm PB screws. So then we're going to bring over the aft superstructure, and we're going to drop that down on there. We're going to feed the wires through the holes, and then we're going to mount them together with 6 2x5 mm PB screws. Okay, so next we're going to glue railing 104-03. That's going to go around the port side searchlight on that searchlight deck. Now, it actually looks like I'm working on the starboard side, but we got to remember this is the aft superstructure, so it's actually backwards. So this first one is the port side, and I'm just dropping some glue and then going to glue it in place. And then once it's in place, we'll do 104-04 on the starboard side. So next we're going to punch part D from metal frame 104-05 and bend it in the shape, and then it's going to attach behind the priority passage indicators 97-02 and then wrap around the front of it. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but you'll see what I mean in a second. This was incredibly difficult to film. Okay, next we're going to take railing E, and that's going to go behind the priority passage indicator, and obviously we're going to glue that in place. We're going to cut identical pipes H and I from sprue 104-06, and make sure you note the orientation of which way they're going to fit, and they're going to fit on top of the hanger like so. And then on the port side we're going to glue pipe F into place, and you see how the end links up with pipe H that we put on top of the hanger. And on the, I believe this is on the starboard side, we're going to do the same thing with pipe G, and it's going to link up, the end will match up to pipe I that's on the roof of the hangar. So next we're going to pop ladders B out of the frame 104-05, and we're going to put a slight bend in them and also bend the tab at the bottom in a 90-degree angle. I'm just doing this on fast forward for you real quick, and then the ladders are going to attach to the hanger. So it's pretty easy to see where it's going to tab in and where the bend's going to go. And we're going to do that on both sides. So next we're going to punch boat mounts and out of frame 104-07, and then we're going to glue those in place on either side of that railing at the back of the hangar. There's that little wedge that'll show you where, or that'll help you orient plugging in the boat mounts. And we're going to do that on both sides of it. So next we're going to take boat mounts J and K1, and we're going to mount those on the port side. Now there's grooves cut into J and K1 that are going to match, they're going to match up with parts N that we put in on either side of that railing. So once you've matched them up, just make sure you glue them in place. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side with boat mounts J and K2. Again, J is going to go on the inside and K2 will be going on the outside. So that first one I'm putting in is K2, and then J will follow. Okay, next we're going to mount part L into the grooves at the top of the boat mount. So we're just going to glue it right in like that. And then part M is going to go into that middle slot. Now M has 2 notches on each side, and it's got a peg we're going to glue in the middle. To wrap this up, we're going to take catwalks A1 and A2, and we're going to mount those to the outer edge of the boat mounts. Catwalk A2 will be on, I believe that is the starboard side because the superstructure is still backwards, and A1 will be on the port side. There's just a little tab that's going to fit in that slot, and it's going to rest on the next mount. And that completes Pack 9 of the Bismarck. Now we have 2 catwalks left over, catwalks C1 and C2 that we're going to use later. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching the Pack 9 wrap-up video to follow, and I'll see you for Pack 10 once it arrives.